And we're live. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Hello.
Good evening.
Oh,
Which is
What?
Just accept it.
Just accept.
happening.
I've got to go, actually. I just remembered that I have a thing.
Oh, good
There's
evening.
a meeting I should be attending.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Me too. I had to also be at that meeting.
Oh yeah, probably the same meeting.
Yeah, probably. Hi, friends.
Welcome to
To Quest.
episode 3 of season 3 of Quest: The Soaring City. Shush is a no.
No, when I say quest, it's with a W.
Quest.
Quest. Quest. Anyway,
Quest.
I have enough
Shortest
memes to
stream
deliver
on the
later with a
channel.
straight face, so I
How
don't
do
need
you
to
remove
dwell on
someone
these
from a
ones.
group?
Yeah, can we like?
Let's
Oh, it's
see.
too
Can
late,
I
we
put
already
it- Look,
It's
Robert,
been
if I
real.
put Izza in the waiting room, like, would that mess things up?
A little bit.
Okay, fine.
Just mute her.
You stay for now.
The thing is that you all let this get this far, so you are also to blame.
I'm an enabler. It's true.
Don't worry, Nat. For next time, I'll have a overlay without Izza in it ready.
With my artwork still on it, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can we just take the
Credit.
Ferris art and just put it over Ferris's face and mute her and call it Izza's face and just call it good?
I think that's valid.
Anyway,
Anyway.
No, that is his face. What are we bringing to the table?
Jeanette, you look sharp.
Yeah.
Thanks. What?
Sweet tux.
How do we? Yeah. What are we doing today? We are picking back up where we left off. Story, which was this lovely little beat where the party had come back from saving a dragon, and they were all like, "Yay! Everything's epic. We rode a dragon back to town. We're really cool." And they walked into their living room, and Alika's sitting there holding a letter. As soon as everyone walks in, she slams it down and goes, "Oh, thank God you're all back." So that's where we're gonna pick up. However, before we hit that note immediately, we're going to remind you of who we are. I'm Nat. My pronouns are he, they. I'm the game master or storyteller. Guide. Guide is the one they use for this game. I play other characters that aren't these 5 chuckleheads that I love. Go Izza. Out of order. Fight me.
Oh God.
Hello, I'm Izza. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Faris, the invoker, whose pronouns are also she, her. Ooh. Randomizer, I pick Nunu next.
That's not random. I'm literally
That's
the
not
next
random.
person.
I just looked
She
around and
doesn't
saw.
know.
I just looked around and tried to see who looked the most embarrassed, and it was you. So
You know
course,
she doesn't
you.
have has
That's
the
also
stream
not
up.
random.
She doesn't know who's next to her.
Also not random, true. But anyway, I'm Nunu,
That's true.
he, him pronouns, and I play Zake, he, they pronouns, the Charmblade. At random, I'll pick Megan.
Hello. I'm Megan, and I use she, her pronouns, and I play Lena, the spy, who also uses she, her pronouns. And really, to keep it random, I'm going to have to go with Sam, because I know that Robert is above me, so I'm going to throw it across the way
Nice.
Once
to the
again,
lovely
not random.
Sam.
Not random again, yeah.
Hey.
Still not random, but
I just...
I
Computer
still
random.
appreciate it. Anyway, hi, I'm Sam. I go by they, them pronouns, and I'll be playing Rose Starfall the Naturalist, who goes by they or any pronouns. And Robert, I think that leaves you, my friend.
Oh, hi. I am Robert. He playing Dr. Falvin Janor. Them. And 2 important things. Number 1, I can't believe that Alika is about to break up with Ferris over text.
even though they're in the same room.
And number 2, just to keep it random, I'm gonna throw it to the Simulacre in chat. Oh.
That's not how this works, is it? What?
Is that...
That's not how this works.
That's
I'm
not
sorry,
how
I feel
any of
like-
this works.
I feel like correct.
As long as that's how you feel. Who are we to tell you you're wrong, except you're wrong? Sorry.
Hey, that's my me you're talking to.
All right.
Pat, save us from ourselves, please.
Yeah, why is Alika so happy to see us other than the fact that Ferris is here? And obviously, why wouldn't you be
Of
happy to
course,
see
yeah.
Ferris?
Because
I'm sure
you're
that's
evil.
the only reason.
Definitely.
Yeah, it is the only reason. You got me. We can wrap up.
Just like, oh,
Robert,
thank
don't-
God, Ferris, I missed you.
But you're all here, which is great.
You're all here, but Ferris, I have reservations for dinner. Quick.
Alika stands up, folds the paper just once. You know, it was like already had creased it very lightly. Hand it to Zeke.
Zink gets mail.
Okay.
The letter.
Open it up.
This is the usual Nat letter where I don't actually write it out. I just describe it qualitatively. It is addressed to the Valerith ruling council. It is addressed from one Mordecai Declaim. He said he represents the emissaries of Nirgath, and that because Valerith has ravaged their nation state 8 times in the past, that they owe them immensely due to the bad that has been done by Valerith in the past. This would be back when it was under the Kolvraxian rule. And that on a given date, which is 1 week from now, they should be prepared to receive the emissaries with the finest of welcomes.
Well, this is awkward.
What was the guy's name again?
Mordecai Declaim.
Malachar
It's like
Declaim. Got it.
D-E space claim.
Well.
So, okay, sure, but exactly why are you showing this to us? It's addressed to the council.
That's, well, points to Ferris.
the council.
The rest of us.
Yeah, well, I'm holding the paper, aren't I?
Are we on the council
Technically,
now?
person on the council, as we've said. No, they sent it to
Okay.
me because
Oh.
I know this guy.
So,
It's not good news, but I can't exactly turn down what they're asking for. There's a history here that isn't great.
Well, it's a chance to prove that Valerith is under different leadership and has changed, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why does it have to be a bad thing?
There's always another foot with Mordecai. Every time. And I was giving it to you, Zake, and also I slide to Lena, because some of you have experienced sussing out details under polite circumstance.
That's one way to put it, yes.
they're very good at that. I exist.
Also, I was hoping that... So, fun fact, the council is a bunch of traders and alchemists and, warriors. We're not exactly party planners, and I was wondering if the group of you could help throw something decent together.
Oh, wait.
A party?
Traitors! I for a moment I understood traitors and I was very, very concerned, but this is much better.
Well,
Okay.
we have some of those as well.
Yeah, but they're gone
Technically-
now, right?
Technically, everyone that betrayed the Baron is a
Right.
traitor.
A party.
Silence!
we-
Just everyone, just silence.
It's like,
It's
You-
the good kind.
you
I
want
wasn't
us
saying
to-
it as it was bad. I
So-
was just noting.
So you want us
set
to
up
throw a
party?
party?
But it depends. Who's this Mordecai fella? What do they like? I mean,
How big of a party?
it might help us in deciding what to prepare.
Do they like balloons?
So
I
many
had
balloon
balloons
arches.
at my party, and it was nice. It's the only party Rue's been to, so
Well, we will add a second party to it. Well, this is a political reception, so it should probably be as elegant as we can make it. There should be music and lights, and should be in the evening, and all formal wear.
I mean, I don't think I'm really the person to plan this. Lena and Zake, maybe, but this is definitely not my area of expertise.
No, but you do need to be there because as the military figurehead of Valerith, they're going to need to hear from you, and you're going to need to be on good behavior.
Yes. Of course, yeah, we can plan a party. We rode in here on a dragon. It shouldn't be that hard to plan a party.
Wait, what?
Of course we can.
We rode.
Just fine.
We made friends with the dragon.
Oh, we rode in here on a dragon.
It was really nice.
I mean, the dragon did say it owes us a favor, so maybe we could use it for this, so we don't have to plan the party.
Do you think the dragon is good?
The dragon knows how to plan a party.
Wait. Out of character for a second. Did Ferris just suggest having the dragon plan the party to get out of planning the party?
That may have been a bit more of Izza seeping into Faris than actual Faris.
But it's so good.
Oh, I love it.
I love both Izza and Ferris so much.
Sure.
Do we have
absolutely fine.
Do we have a place for it to be?
Something large, well aerated, lots of windows, nice view.
Well, the repairs on the Opera House just got finished, and we have that new garden where the Von Cass estate used to stand.
Oh, the Opera House.
Okay, are they close together? Could we perhaps host some kind of dinner inside, but preceded by a reception outside in the garden? I think that would probably work.
Yeah, we have a number of estates in that area also that were seized from nobles during the Revolution that are still open for usage.
But if there's going to be dancing, we can't really have the reception outside because you can't really dance on the lawn. So, unless we can bring it in.
Why not?
We can deal with these kind of details in the time jump that we're gonna have shortly.
The what?
Alika says.
What?
Alika,
Nat likes.
Alika, your omniscience is showing.
you don't know that you are a time wizard, Alika.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
We'll also need to. Anyone who has important sway needs to be there. Zeke needs to be invited. Probably get that Garrus fellow, the liaison to the Empire. They're important.
Right. Yep.
Can someone try to convince Hawkfrost to actually show up? Because otherwise he won't.
I mean, if I have to go, he has to go.
Oh, I can do that.
Then you tell him that.
Sure. I'll tell him that while holding my spear. That might make him show up.
I think he likes me. I could ask him. I think he likes me.
Sure.
Can I help?
Ro, can you make it not rain? Is that something you can do?
I've never tried. I don't think so. I can try and figure it out. Ro does not have any of the weather shift abilities yet.
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 Well, you can still try.
Oh, they're gonna try. They're gonna try.
Oh no, not fireballs raining from the sky. Ro.
Party was going so well, and then Ro tried to stop the rain that wasn't coming.
If we wanted to do anything outside, at least I can help make some pretty, plants and stuff. I'm good at that.
That would be lovely.
Spruce up the garden?
Oh, yeah! I love gardens, and they love me, I think.
Sounds wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful.
All right. Look, Alika, if you deal with making sure that whoever needs to be there is there, I think we can help you put up something nice.
All right. Just, a little worried.
Why?
Is there any reason we should know?
Fine.
Something about this Mordecai person?
I'm sure it won't come up. Don't worry about it.
See, the way you
That's not
say
foreboding
that,
at all.
Yeah,
the way you
I mean,
say that makes me think that
Do
perhaps
you
we
think this
should
is some
wait.
sort of fairy tale? Like sometimes people just say things that are a little foreboding and they don't mean anything.
That sounds made up.
Okay. But now if something happens, I'll remember this conversation. Just saying.
Zeke will remember this.
yeah, honestly, it will be on your head.
But if you say it's not important, then it's not important. Just
Absolutely.
do we have a budget for this?
Of course, you have a budget.
Lena with the real questions.
I mean, like, I can get more money from.
Do we all get to go to the party?
Of course.
I think
Just,
we all have to be there.
Yeah.
Ferris says
Oh.
because Ferris has to be there.
Yeah.
Ferris is like, you're all going.
Please, I need my posse.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. And she stands up and snatches the letter from Zeke. Present this to the council now that I have a plan to address it.
This is like at best 20% of a plan.
We've started with worse, though, so don't worry.
Well,
I mean,
Lena,
yeah, that's
I'm been led to understand that that's what qualifies as a plan for you. So
You're not wrong. I just feel like most people have higher
Someone cast
expectations.
fire.
I mean, 20% is good for me. We can-
as she
Yeah,
goes out, she
actually.
We can make a lot happen with
Goes
20%.
out. She puts a hand on Lena's shoulder and gives it a little squeeze on the not metal shoulder. Or I don't actually. Where does the arm start?
It's
Elbow.
both of her shoulders are
Okay.
people's shoulders. It's right above the elbow is
Okay.
where her.
Her shoulder. And then also on her
People's
way out,
shoulders.
she grabs and squeezes Ferris's hand just once.
Oh, Faris will squeeze her hand back and just whisper quietly, "You sure you're okay?"
No. And
Just
she
smooth.
keeps walking.
Go smooch her better.
Faris goes red.
All right. We are going to jump forward. Not to any planning or stuff, because like all that we could do it, but like it's boring.
Yeah, so
Successfully
it's,
plan a party.
As the time creeps forward, you do get some other letters from Neargrath, sent from Mordecai, denoting other things that must be at the party, or the utmost insolence. It's not like ridiculous stuff, but it's like, hey, get this band. Hey, it should probably have at least this as a theme. You
Is this
know?
like his
Stuff that's
writer?
really annoying.
he's
Yeah.
just like,
Worse.
all of this needs to be in my dressing room, otherwise I'm not performing. Red Powerade, not blue.
Only red Skittles.
It's late afternoon before the night of the soiree. The city of Valerith has settled over a small little fishing town partway to Neargath, where there's been denoted to partake. Valerith is hanging low to reduce the wind and has lined up this street on into the district that the party is set to line up with the sunset.
Cute.
There are these little magical non-heated floating lights in blue that permeate the outdoors. There's been a dance floor put in the garden. Someone did find a spell to make sure it didn't rain.
Perfect.
The
Yep.
band is setting up, and the Nerian emissary group has not arrived yet, but you're been led to believe that they are going to be that they are in the town below you. People are getting ready. It's the time where you're checking the last things. People are putting on their outfits. People are getting ready, shaking off the nerves. And we're just gonna zoom right in on our personal little Starfall Spire as we see just another garment get chucked out of Zake's room. rejected as he's trying to figure out
no.
what exactly they're going to wear.
So,
I assume at this point Zeke would just be alone in the room because somewhere else in the house, people will be much busier. Because comparatively, probably this is just like Zeke sifting through clothes, like, no, this is not appropriate, this is not appropriate, etc., etc. There's like 5 different choices that are eligible.
So as we pan down and around, who do we find much more busy then?
so Lena's in. Well, I guess if Zeke is taking up their room, Lena would be in Ferris's room, with Ferris and Ro helping them get ready. Wrestling Ferris into a dress.
Yep.
But I think right now Lena is in like the equivalent of like fantasy sweats. Because it's like there is work to be done. Like once everybody else is ready, Lena can then think about getting ready. But Lena's definitely like hair just like messy on top of her head in some fantasy sweats, just like throwing things on Ferris's bed. It's like, put these on.
I mean, I'm there as the military representative, so I thought it would be fine if I just wore my armor. It's new, it's shiny. I polished it.
Ferris. No. I found you this dress. You are going to wear this dress. Alika will be there in a dress. You will be there in a dress. So you can put the dress on now, or I can do your hair and makeup, and then you can put the dress on later, but you're not leaving this house unless you're in a dress.
This is actually the most terrifying I've ever seen you.
That's... Interesting. Well, it's like 5'2" of put this dress on. Like,
I will try it on, but I'm going to look ridiculous. I'm just warning you.
Great.
You're gonna be so pretty! Rose like in the background spinning in circles, making their dress twirl.
Do you think that I would... Ferris, I'm not gonna do something that's gonna like embarrass you. I want you to look nice. And you're gonna look nice. Just put it on for me. And then wear it out of the house for Alika.
Ew.
Lena winks at Ro.
If you think Alika will like it,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try it on.
Yep, that's all. I'm not asking for much. Just try it on. And then keep it on, because I'm going to hide your armor somewhere.
Okay, but I'm taking a dagger at least, because I don't, something might happen.
Well, I mean, of course. That's allowed. I mean, even Ro, even Ro's going to take a dagger. Like, we need to make sure, like, it's a party, but we can't let her guard down.
I am cool!
Oh.
Where do I put it?
Why do they need a dagger?
Don't worry about it. It's important to be prepared. So you try that on. I will do Ro's hair. You go put that on. And then come right back.
In the distance, you hear someone knock. Then you hear the door open.
Yeah, it's like Lena just shouts like, somebody else better get that.
God, this is getting all too real.
To answer the door. Faris was attempting to go to
It's
answer
like,
the door
not
instead of
you.
putting the dress on.
She's like, not you.
Tiny starts barking.
I have experienced this exact situation multiple times.
Yeah, it's like, somebody get the door. Ferris, don't move. Ro, sit down in front of the mirror, please.
Okay.
Yeah, hearing the very familiar screams of Lena under stress, Zeke will just promptly pop out of the room, like naked torso, whatever, not even caring. Just, oh, sure, I'll get it. Don't worry.
Doctor slowly walking
Zeke,
towards the door and Zeke
on your-
runs by.
Both of you have been beaten by Everett, who ran straight for the door when it knocked. He's already been dressed. He's in this adorable little tux.
Baby.
Where did he get that? Where did he get it?
Where's he
Nat?
hiding the gun?
Nat, where did he get
Where's he
it?
hiding the gun?
Where is he hiding the gun? That's
Unless he
important.
made another one, he doesn't have a gun right now.
It's been a week, Megan. I can do anything.
Oh my god. Who gave you this much power?
We
Is this
did.
confirmation that Nat is Everett?
Naz
no.
Everett confirms.
Everett scampers past the doctor, and Zeke. He has a little jump and boops the doctor on the shoulder just for fun. Doing that rambunctious thing that kids do, where they are completely irreverent of what they're wearing.
This kid can jump high.
Oh yeah, he can. I mean, yes, he can. There's also that factor.
It's a challenge.
And there, as Lena is yelling at Ro and Ferris in the room, you hear a really meek Everett voice being like, "I have a letter."
For who?
For Ferris. It's the emissary list. The names of the people that are coming. She's supposed to get it for security.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Ferris,
okay.
stay here. I'm gonna go get the letter.
Just holding the dress like.
Put it
What do I do?
on. Ro, please make sure Ferris puts this dress on, and I'm just gonna poke my head out of the room and just
For
Stick my hand
security
out the
reasons,
door.
it should probably just be me.
I was gonna say, who
Yeah, but-
put Everett on the secure to deliver to list?
it's fine.
Well, it was your local delivery person's a car, and he just handed it to the person he knows lives here.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I will take the letter.
Everett will very meekly put the letter in Lena's hand, just a little afraid. As he puts it in your hand and then zooms off, you hear something clink. Just like one little...
I don't have time for this. Everett, don't get dirty before we go to the party.
Why would I do anything illegal?
You should really go keep an eye on him.
It's just like, Zake! And I'm gonna go back in the room. Why aren't you dressed yet?
She's like part way through trying to get into this dress.
Okay.
She does not.
Trying
You
to
can-
help.
She's
You
never
can
put a
have
dress
this.
on before, and she's just like, "How does this work?"
You can have this. I'm just gonna put that on the vanity next to all of the hair stuff and the makeup stuff where Ro is sitting. I'm gonna help Ferris into her dress. I'm going to give Ferris the letter, and then I'm gonna go back to doing Ro's hair. Which I'm
Ro's
doing.
not staying still and is so excited they're fidgeting so much in just true child fashion.
Aw.
It's like, please sit still. It's gonna be great when it's done, but you need to sit still.
Okay, doesn't.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Ferris
Yep.
in her dress, moving rather awkwardly, although it does have a big skirt, so she can move her legs, thankfully. But it's just kind of like, what is this? Goes over to pick up the letter.
When you crack it open, it is as described by Everett. This is the security list for just the entire party from the emissaries from Neargath. There's a bunch of names on it that you might recognize if you meet them later. One pops out to you. One, Nephany Air.
Yeah, Ferris's expression goes a little stiff when she reads that one. Then she just reads the rest of it, folds it up, and then attempts to put it in a pocket, and then realizes she doesn't have any.
Stress doesn't have pockets? Stress never.
Blast.
This is really only your fault.
It's my
live in
fault.
a
I commissioned the
fantasy
dress.
world.
No, there's definitely a pocket somewhere because Lena commissioned the dress.
bra.
She would have a pocket. I think she's like, no, there's one in here, and it's inside. It's like a hidden pocket. It's like, no, it's
Ooh,
right here.
nice. Oh, That's very useful. Okay. Just stuffs it in there. Where would I keep a dagger, though? And starts kind of... You know, like that scene in Wonder Woman where she's, like, wearing the dress and tries to do some, like, combat techniques and stuff? Faris is just kind of like, am I going to be able to fight in this if something happens? Starts, like, kicking and...
All right, stay here 1 minute. I'm going to run upstairs to my room. I'm going to run back downstairs and toss Ferris a dagger, like a thigh dagger holder, because Lena obviously has a bunch of them, and just toss it
Ice scabbard.
Here.
Nice. Very good. Okay. Straps
This
it to
is
the
my
legs,
concession.
that's not
You can
the
have
slit.
this. This is the compromise.
Thanks. It is a really nice dress. I didn't think it would look this good on me.
I know what I'm doing, but
Oh, I trust you. It's just I'm not used to this stuff. Sorry.
yeah, well, no. It's a little outside of most of our elements, so that's understandable. But you look great, so I'm just gonna finish row and then do your hair and makeup, and then maybe I'll have time to get changed before we have to go. We'll figure it out. And we'll turn back to finishing Ro's hair.
Yeah.
Which is very cute.
We zoom forward slightly to everybody except Lena finally ready. And starting to assemble in the living room. As Lena has had to wrangle everyone. Like, yeah, Lena had to fix something on Everett. Like, he messed up his hair, you know.
Yep.
Had to critique Zake a couple seconds.
It's like everybody's gathered in the living room and Lena's finally like running upstairs to her room to get changed.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be ready. Give me like 10 minutes. It's like racing up the stairs.
Can we do anything to help you?
Just don't mess anything up. You're all perfect.
Anything.
Don't move.
Don't eat or drink.
Nope, don't, like, nothing.
Ro's hand just freezes over a pile of donuts.
Faris grabs the hand, slowly moves it away.
And
They
if
just
you
go
want
back
to
to
survive
spinning.
this night, you will make it to the party intact. After that, it's not my problem.
Someone spies the clock. 6.5 minutes later, Lena comes back down the stairs into the living room.
Ready to go.
Megan, what does Lena look like?
Oh, of course, I get to start.
Yeah,
So, so considering this was sub 10 minutes, Lena looks pretty great. She has, her hair is curled and arranged in like a low bun with some braids. And she's got like a couple pieces like framing her face, and stuck into her hair is a hairpiece made of magpie feathers. So it's like the dark blues and greens. And she's wearing a dark navy gown. Just like this long gown. It's got like a low sweetheart neckline and a high collar. And there are like sequined and I feel fantasy rhinestones, gems, accents that go from like the collar across the shoulders in like these like twisting like floral patterns. And it has very long sweeping cape sleeves that are slit like on the under, so like when she's standing still it looks like they're just like long sleeves, but when she moves you get like a peek of like specifically like her mechanical arm, like you get a peek when she moves because they flow like a cape, and just has like a long train, not long enough that it's not impractical. It's a moderate length cape or a train. And she just walks downstairs and like, all right, you ready?
You look so so pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Did that in 6 minutes?
Well, I had to curl my hair, so that took a little bit of time.
It's been a while. You look lovely.
Thanks.
As Zake takes one step forward and kind of gestures with his hand forward, trying to take Lena's hand as she's coming down the stairs. And as they do that, I think I can go next and describe what Zake's wearing. As he takes a step forward, you notice that starting from the bottom to the top, he's wearing these slight, bulky boots that go from his feet up to his knee, all laced up from the foot to the knee in golden threads. Stopping there, these ballooned pants that go up to high waist, all in black with little golden embroidery as well. For the top, and at the top you see he's wearing this thick cotton shirt that goes up into a high collar that has a little V at the front, but not too deep, just literally Adam's apple, and buttons up on one of the sides asymmetrically up top, all in golden buttons and embroidery connecting it to the other side as well. And that's in front, and then in the back, clasping on these golden threads as well on each shoulder, on the waist, and on his wrists. You see this thick, heavy purple mixture between a gown and a cape that just flows freely, giving this mixed sense of, from the front, you see this gives the impression of being a well-kept suit, but as he turns towards Lena, everyone that stays behind and sees them from the back almost looks like he's wearing a full-on purple gown that almost shimmers and glitters a little bit as they move. And and next to the connectors at the waist, there's a bit of a bulk there. Some objects might be hidden there. What could it be? I don't know. They seem rectangular. Oh, and more importantly, his hair is not up in a bun. It's down, not all of it. Some of it's kept with a hairpin depicting a bird of sorts, but the bulk of it just hangs freely over their shoulders. Shall we?
There was a knock on the door. Oh, no, no. Say words.
That was just it. Shall we?
Yep. Yeah. No.
There's a knock on the door.
Who keeps knocking on the door? We're trying to go somewhere.
I know. We're busy.
I'll get the door.
So, Alina, you open the door to one Mr. Batinga, all put together. His jacket is just a little off-tailored, but it looks nice on him. He's got this nice patterned purple bow tie on.
Aww. Hi.
You're all ready to go? Oh, you all look so good.
So do you.
Thank you.
Anyway, I was coming up to check if you're ready to head out, and it looks like you are.
Yep, just finished.
Excellent. Let's go.
Doctor still looks the same as.
Well, you don't have to do anything when you always just look on point, you know?
I mean,
To be fair, if you look at that art, there's slacks and there's a vest. It's
Listen.
underneath the creepy feather cloak. It's
That
pretty
could be
fancy.
Soaring dress wear. Formal dress, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I will
as
note
you
before
head
we all
on-
leave, you see the doctor just something into his neck.
Totally.
That
fine.
sounds comfortable.
Totally fine. No worries.
As you pop your way on down, going down through the bakery, as you have to exit unless you want to climb out the window, and this is not one of those nights.
I mean,
I bet I could do it.
If there's any
Yeah,
time
probably.
to try it, it's now.
But Tinga goes, "Ooh, this is a good idea," and he reaches up, and he has in the intervening time started serving wine at his bakery as well, just for sale for
Ooh.
bottles, and he grabs one to bring to the party.
We have wine.
Is Batinka
inside.
bringing a bottle of wine to this party? Zayd will just go down and wait.
Tinker's gonna get litty.
Where are you taking this?
No.
As long as you're
It's
sharing,
for a
baby.
friend.
Okay. I got worried for a second there.
Same
that
friend
kind of
you were
party.
visiting. Same friend you were visiting before.
Oh, dude, look at the time. I guess we really need to hustle. And he bumps out the door.
Special friend to me.
Are you meeting somebody? Rose like flouncing behind him, not getting it.
Okay, new mission. Very important. We need to find out who Batinka's new partner is. Like, I need to know.
Is this I Izza or I Ferris?
Oh no, this is Faris.
I mean, also
Right,
yes.
Well, he is bringing wine. What about that woman from the wine shop?
I think she wouldn't have
Why-
plenty of
Has
wine
plenty of
already.
wine.
That is true, yeah.
So we've narrowed it down to everybody but that one person. Okay.
Yes.
Her name was
Progress, my
Is it
friends.
you?
Lynn.
Her
Progress.
name is Lynn.
Lynn.
Yes. Yep, of course. Yep. Right.
I remembered that. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Shall we go?
Yeah.
Off you trounce. The sun is just approaching setting behind you as you just stream down this one road down into where the little event is getting together. It's honestly just ever so slightly surreal. As you arrive, just as things are finishing getting set up, we have tables just getting finished and set, but there's no music yet, and it's this eerie kind of empty. And as our little band of adventurers is heading down there, our camera lingers near Starfall Spire for a moment. There's a figure in the shadows, looks out from an alleyway, shakes their head, starts to follow.
Excuse?
It has to be drama, Megan.
That's very rude, Nat.
Nat. On our fancy night.
Look,
On
this is not
this.
just a beach episode. Story will happen.
No, they just have a nice time at the
They just have a
party.
nice time. The drama was getting Ferris into formal wear. That's the amount of effort Lena's willing to exert in this period of time.
All right. As people start to filter in, as this tension starts to build as you're waiting for the delegation from Nirgath to arrive, the problem people. Not the problem people, the ones you're worried about. Garrus, your liaison to the Empire, comes in with this beautifully vibrant red themed suit. He's just smiling and shaking hands. You know, just kind of is a whirlwind on through. Doesn't really spend time on you, but makes sure to greets everyone warmly. Makes you feel like he cares.
Yay.
You see Hawk Frost putting the finishing touches on some of the magical lights as there's a little alchemical concoction that causes it. Looks like a professor, but at least he's here. You know,
Plus for
wearing
effort.
some tweed. Yeah,
He's pretty
There was a
great
tie.
for a wizard.
yeah. From a distance, you see Batinga approach a pale blonde woman and offer the wine, which he has somehow wrapped in the intervening travel time.
He's good.
Yeah.
Slick.
Batinga the romantic.
I love it. I'm here for this.
Who's this blonde
They
woman?
smile. You don't recognize her. They smile, and she kind of leans in towards him, and he's like puts up a finger and then gives all of you the most intense side eye.
Everyone's
Ours is
looking.
just
The moment he
sus.
side eyes,
Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
like,
Like,
Oh, Ro keeps
Like-
looking because they don't know any better.
all of the adults look away.
yeah.
The doctor's just off
Row and
center
Everwave.
and just looking sideways because you can't see their eyes.
Oh my god. Perfect. Perfect.
The band introduces themselves. They are the Count King Quartet. There is an upright bass, a drummer, a trombone, and someone on piano. They also have this weird metallic disc on a stand, which anything that's set into it gets projected louder. It's a magic mic.
Fuck's sake.
Get out!
Oh.
Cut the stream. We're done.
Don't leave me.
No. Nope. Damage has been done.
Oh my god, I took damage on that one.
Well, a d6 of psychic damage.
Doctor just
Yeah, right.
leans into Lena and goes, "Oh, I was really hoping they'd have Panic at the Opera House. That's my favorite band."
We should have cut when I said cut. I have so many regrets.
And you will complain about my ooh-woos.
No, we don't all complain about your uwus, is that?
You can
Yes,
please.
I appreciate them.
All right. The band
Oh,
starts to
goodness.
play some nice, smooth jazz to start things off. And this beautiful up high trombone register plays over as Ferris, you catch someone approaching down the steps of Crown Tower, which is just nearby. You see Alika. She has on these skinny, high-waisted trousers and a deep purple velvet and a dark sheer wrap top with a plunging neckline in the same fabric. Draped over her shoulders is a cloak with sleeves and it has a high collar in the same deep velvet, covered in swirling patterns embroidered with gold thread and small glittering beads. Her hair is braided and twisted up into this gorgeous up knot on the top of her head. And as she's approaching, you see this nervous smile on her face that, as she locks eyes with you, kind of melts into a genuine smile. As she sees, what does she see? Looking at Ferris.
Ferris just kind of looks stunned for a moment and then kind of gathers herself and just goes, "Oh, you look amazing." And Ferris is wearing a long golden gown, also with a plunging neckline, but a halter neckline, so her back is on show as well. And it's got a full skirt with a slit up one side. The skirt has dark fabric underneath with gold overlaid in shimmering embroidery, while the bodice is entirely shimmering, almost metallic gold. Kind of like armor, almost. Because of the cut of the dress. Almost. Because of the cut of the dress, the tattoos on her chest, her legs, and her back are all on show, with a huge decorative, intricate sun on her back, and then spiraling patterns that spread across her collarbones and then down her chest and stomach. And the same patterns of tattoos that are on her arms are also on her legs. Instead of sleeves, the dress has shoulder pads made from layers of decorative golden scale mail, with thin gold chains looping between them across her back. And she's wearing gold gladiator sandals and has her hair in a loose, low chignon with a few curled strands falling around her face.
Not as good as you.
Two wives.
Two wives.
Two wives.
Well, Lena picked it out.
I mean, presentation's all you, though.
Lena's just trying not to eavesdrop. Lena's just like, yeah, what's going on over here?
Ro, you're a little off from the goings on, and you hear a sound that you got very accustomed to picking out back in Grimrot Forest when you would deal with bandits. It's the sound of a sword being unsheathed from a scabbard.
What? that doesn't seem like something that's supposed to happen at a party. I want to sort of like spin around and try to find what's happening.
As you spin around, I think this nice little spin twirl is a good time for Sam to share what Ro is wearing.
Oh, sure. So Ro took a while trying to figure out what it was that they wanted to wear. I think they actually probably sort of went through Zake's closet trying on a bunch of oversized things just for like getting a feel of what they wanted. They ended up settling on a long emerald green silk gown with a full skirt that has just a few tiers of darker green ruffles. And there's a single panel extending down from the bodice, which is made out of a like thick gold and red brocade that has a red rose and green vine pattern. And you can see little golden ballet flat shoes poking out from under the skirt as they spin and they twirl out a little bit. The bodice has a like haltered top that actually covers the Kolvrak's necklace because they don't like showing it off. But it's cut so you can still kind of just see the edges of the veins that are starting to crawl out from it, like starting to reach out towards their shoulders. And there are these impractical but very fashionable detached sleeves that fall in like a long sort of trumpet shape and match the rest of the dress. And their hair is in a half up, half down style that Lena has braided into like these 3 knotted flower shapes. So it's like their hair is actual flowers now. And they've got
Didn't
some
you just
nice
make flowers
makeup
in your
on.
hair?
There's like tiny decorative like blossoms with like, you know, sort of like pins and stuff, but the actual style is like a decorative flower shape.
Nice. So given the circumstance in this outdoor area, there's lots of little alleyways that someone might duck into around here. And you heard this sword being unsheathed. You can kind of clock that it's down an alleyway, just maybe, 4 meters back. Around a corner, so you can't see you can't see a person yet.
Okay, I think Rose sort of glances back to the rest of their pack and they're like, oh, they're busy being adults. I'm gonna see what's going on. And they'll just sort of be like, I'll be right back, Everett, assuming he's kind of the only one still hanging back with them.
Yeah.
And they'll go patting over.
Yeah. Everett is gazing at Zake and Lena, seems kind of distracted. But he acknowledges, like, oh, sure. So as you go investigate, you poke your head around this corner, and you see a dark-skinned girl about your age holding a sword. Her hair is partially shaved and partially tied back in a knot. She has a sword which has kind of the Ares from Hades effect, where it's red along the edge, but not along the rest of it. As you step around the corner, she stares daggers at you in his what do you want?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I just heard knife sounds and wanted to make sure everything was okay, because I don't think there's supposed to be, like, fighting and stuff at this party.
She breathes heavily once, and then turns her back to the wall, kind of frustrated. She's clearly upset about something, and then she goes, so what's this party for, anyway?
Oh, I don't totally get it, but I think some people are mad at, the people who used to run the city because they were big butt faces. So now we had to have a party to, like, try to make it up for them.
So the new people, are they any better?
I mean, I think so. I didn't actually technically meet people who were running the city when they were in charge. But I think the people now are really nice. They've always been nice to me. I'm Ro, by the way. Hi.
Hi. I'm Naima. After another breath, she shuffles the sword to her other hand and puts it out to shake Ro's hand.
Ro will shake it excitedly, and I'm not sure if Ro would know the name Naima. Would Ferris have mentioned it at all?
Just for the dramatic irony for the audience, Naima is Ferris's sister.
I'm trying to remember whether Faris said the name in front of them or not.
I know, I don't remember.
And I don't remember. She's mentioned.
If I call a time jump, just make it small. One way or the
Just
other.
say it happened.
It's totally up to you. It
It
could be
could've-
super dramatic either
Just
way.
pick whatever is more dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's more dramatic if Ro doesn't know the name.
Sure.
Ooh.
All right, then they just shake the hand. They're like, "It's really nice to meet you, Naima. Welcome to Valerith. It's my home now."
Heroes of Starfall, right?
That's me. How did you know that?
Heroes are kind of famous. Ish.
Oh, that's so cool.
Call it a personal interest.
I'm just like the magpie.
So you-
Sorry, what?
So you live with Ferris, right?
Oh yeah. She's great. She's in my pack.
Is she happy?
I mean, I hope so. Sometimes, I don't know. Do you know her? 'Cause I don't know. Sometimes she seems a little bit sad, but she seems a lot happier lately. She smiles
I
a
knew
lot
her a
when
while back, but I
Alika's
think she's forgotten
around.
me.
Really? I mean, I doubt that. If you were like friends or something, I bet she remembers.
Look at all that. She gestures towards where the party is happening. That's her life now. It's her fucking life now.
I don't know what you mean. I mean, this is kind of our first, like, big fancy party, and Ferris didn't even really want to come. But if you
I'm just
were...
gonna-
What?
I'll just screw it up. I never should have come here. And she turns around and starts to stomp away.
No way, wait. And Ru, like, starts following. If you wanted to say hi or something again, I can come with you and, you know, reintroduce you.
Sam,
Yes.
why don't you roll the die?
Ooh. Oh, shit. Not good. That is a 2.
She sets her jaw. Sure. Why don't you introduce me?
Yeah, okay. Here, come on. I'll come and meet my I'll come and introduce you to all my new friends. They're really nice. You're gonna like them all. We have Ferris and there's Ake and the doctor and Lena, and I'm like go to take her hand if she'll let me take it and lead her to everybody.
You reach out to her hand and she recoils like your hand's a rattlesnake.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, here, come on. And Rose like totally unperturbed by that, just like, oh, okay, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, the wolves will snap at you if you try to get too close, and they're like
Yeah.
not up for it. So, does not bother them.
So while you're heading back, we're gonna jump back to the main scene of the party to catch up. And as this is happening, there's this lovely little trumpet refrain that starts to play from down street. It sounds like the opening to Hades Town, to be honest, because I love it. And this one little refrain starts to build and some drums add to it, and the procession for the Nirgathian emissaries comes into view, the sun setting behind them, and it's this beautiful jazz march that they're playing to go to. You know, beautiful to Nat because I'm into that shit. Fight me. And the quartet stops playing when they hear this because they're like, okay, we got to let them do their thing. Striding onto the scene is leading the procession is Mordecai Declaim. All the names in Nirgath that are from there properly have a "duh" before them. That's just how the structure. With a personal guard and lots of other individuals that I might use. We'll see. As they start to march on in, they get to about maybe 15 yards out. And people start to, not like panic, but like start to get into places. It starts to get a little rigid. And while that's happening, Ro, you poke your head out into this alleyway, and they're like 10 yards to your right.
Oh. So, like, it would be weird if we both sort of came out to start heading towards everyone while this procession's going by.
I mean, that's your call.
Nathaniel.
I mean, I think Rose sort of like Scooby-Doo cartoons skids to a stop while they're running outward of the alley and probably very nearly trips somebody because they are still pretty tiny. And they'll sort of stop and be like, oh, oops. Can I see the rest of the group from where I am, though?
Yeah. They're all arranged, and lots of people from Valerith are there, and just they've kind of parted to let the procession come in, kind of in stride through the crowd.
Not
You could try to sneak over and join them.
I was gonna say, not wanting to be rude and like cutting through the procession. If Rose sees the party like looking this way, they'll just start waving their arms with their floppy sleeves. Like, hi, I'm over here, everyone.
And people do see that. And Ferris, you see Ro waving and being probably not in the best spot. And then you see another face poke out from behind Ro that is, well, familiar, although the haircut's new.
Mm-hmm. I think Ferris is sort of in the middle of chatting with like Lena and Zake and the doctor and Alika and maybe a couple of other people. And then her face just falls when she sees this, and she, without saying anything, just starts walking straight towards Ro.
All right. So at that point, the procession is getting kind of close. So you'll be getting in the way a little bit. You still willing to do it?
Yeah, she does. She just walks.
Hell yeah.
Just breaks into like a jog, even in her dress, and just like gets as close as she possibly can, and just stands there staring.
A trombonist on the side scoots to the side to let you pass. Doesn't miss a beat though. They're professionals. Yeah. You see, so Mordecai has this very straightened and slick black hair down to just below the collar line, and that's accented by a midnight blue suit. And he just kind of, hands woven, slides his gaze over to you going by. And there's like a slight smirk. And slides it on forward again. As you get into this alleyway, which is like, the alleyway is clean, like, everything that's visible from the main thoroughfare they made look nice, but it's definitely not like this is where the party's happening,
Yeah.
We'll pop back into that little corner of our world in a second. As the procession finishes, there's this nice little refrain to finish it off, and doo-doo. And Mordecai strides forward and shows off a very deep bow that goes down and up in a slightly rhythmic 4-count. It says, "Thank you, all of you, for welcoming us back. I hope that this can be the beginning of healing from 8 cycles of destruction. Now," gestures to the band, "play us something. Drink, be merry, and let's all enjoy ourselves." And his procession, like, puts out a slight cheer to that, and it's like, oh, we're supposed to, like, enjoy that. As the townsfolk, appreciate, and there's like clapping and stuff. And the procession kind of just dissolves into just hanging out now as it relaxes.
Say Lena definitely was like glued to wherever Ferris was going. Just like
Yeah.
So Ferris went in the alleyway and disappeared around the corner.
Where did Ferris go, Lena? Did you see?
Sound.
I don't know, but she's
Um,
going to get her dress messed up.
Alika kind of almost careens into Lena, and she looks like, "Can you please figure out what that was about, please?"
Yeah. Okay. And Lena just like hikes up her dress, like pulls her dress up a little, and just like doesn't run because that's not right, but just like gets a wiggle on in the direction that Ferris went, and just like looks back and she's like, don't let anything happen. Like mostly like meets eyes with Zane, she's like, don't let anything happen, I'll be right back. And just after Ferris.
Alika, now is the time I think you should go and speak to your acquaintance.
She puts on a little smile, which seems a little forced. Then she breathes, and it relaxes a little bit. And she turns to go talk to him.
Psst, look, if you need any help, just say you want to introduce them to someone you think they should meet, and bring them here.
I'll keep that in mind. If you can start brushing with the other people, I have a feeling there's something else that's afoot here. This be a good time to gather some information if you can.
Again, with the ominous... anyway, sure. I'll do it.
It's not ominous, it's just caution.
Sure. She turns away and just turns to the doctor. Falwyn, how are you with small talk?
All right.
Good. As you can see, it's up to us to deal with these people. So, let's go move.
Right.
Gotta move on.
Okay. Just you see the doctor just take off his hat and then just kind of like pull his mask off. Just take the mask completely off, and you see this time just this jet black hair going back with completely shaved side, but there's actually streaks of white in it. Kind of goes down to the top of the neckline. Gaunt, chalk white face, but you've seen their face before, and there was black veins just all over the face. No black vein, just a chalk white face. And then you see them unclasp the chain on their pauldrons, take it off, fold it over, and you see underneath the very nice black vest with white dress shirt underneath all the way down. Pulls the gauntlets off, putting them into the hat. White gloves on. And he goes, all right, I think I'm ready. Where's the coat check?
I was going to say, the coat check is back there. Should have done this when we arrived. What are you doing?
The coat check's super busy right now. There's like 20 people that just arrived.
No!
We organize this thing. You get you can cut in line.
Now the doctor
Yeah,
has to spend the rest of the party in the line for the coat check. He's the person at the club who gets assigned to leave everyone's coats and doesn't get to enjoy the night.
I'll talk to the people in line. It's fine. I've got this.
All right.
Zeke just walks alone.
We're gonna, or you could hold your coat for like 20 minutes while it clears up.
Who does that?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Nah.
Just hold your coat?
All right. So now into the interesting shit. Ferris in the alleyway.
I'm really interested in what the doctor's doing in the coat check line.
Honestly, yeah.
To be fair, so am
Yeah.
I.
Is he gonna meet a mysterious coat check girl and fall in love?
Look, Ferris.
It's already in
Izza,
love.
every episode of Soaring City is not just a community episode in disguise, I think.
Now with that attitude, it's not.
I mean,
Anywho.
All right. So as Ferris careens past the jazz procession, to get it out of the way, you see Ro, who seems, I don't know, probably a little confused. And your little sister, who has a wicked-looking sword in her hand and is looking at you with a... You've seen that look before. She's upset.
Emma, is that really you? This isn't a... I'm not hallucinating or something.
Is that really you? Look at yourself. What is this? You leave us stranded and then you go off and have a soiree?
I didn't...
I have been killing and fighting to feed myself for the last few months while you've been gone, and you're just having a party.
That's not what happened. I haven't just been here enjoying myself. I can't talk about it out here. There's people around, but if you stay, then we can talk. I really want to talk to you. Did you get my letter? Is that why you're here?
Yes, that's why I'm here, but maybe I shouldn't have even bothered.
No, I wanted you to come here. Please. I know I look ridiculous. This is like the worst night you could have showed up, but that's not your fault. That's not your fault. Look, I've managed to get some station in this city, and so they wanted me to be part of this ambassador's party. It's difficult to explain. But if you please stay and we can talk and you can come and, I don't know, enjoy the party. That sounds really weird. I'm just so happy to see you.
And she is wearing like grubby armor. Yeah.
She takes another step closer and just kind of kneels down in front of
She
Naima.
takes a step back.
Her face falls. You what?
And she takes a step forward and raises the sword, not like in a strike, but like it's between the two of you, and says, I'm staying here for one reason, and that's because I can't get Camille back on my own. And apparently you've got some station here. Maybe we can use that.
That's why I wanted you to come here, so we could get him back and then we could all be together again. I've been trying to have them send people to keep an eye on him and on you. I was told where you were, ironically, just before I got your letter.
Her hands are shaking, like the sword starts to warble.
I know how it looks, but I didn't abandon you. I was taken. I didn't have a choice. I begged to be allowed to see you, at least.
I don't know what to believe.
Anything they told you in Shamsara isn't true.
Everything?
Well, I know what they've been saying. What did they say to you specifically?
She breathes, trying to keep her temper together. And I'd like you to roll the die.
Nat.
What?
That is a natural 20.
Good time.
Yeah.
She lets out a long breath and very adroitly sheathes her sword. You know, there's no like trying to fiddle with it. She just gets the tip right in there and slams it into the scabbard. Breathes one more time. All right, we obviously need to talk about this, but you also are obviously a little busy tonight.
I'm sorry, political obligations. But we have a home. You're welcome to stay with us. You can have my room.
I'll find a tavern. It'll be fine.
No, please.
Not yet.
At least... Naima.
I have a lot of questions, and I'm not sure if I can trust you or not yet.
Of course you can trust me. I'm your sister.
I hope so.
Naima, I've thought about you every single day since I was taken from Shamsara. You and Camille. Please, you have to believe me. I wouldn't have just abandoned you.
You can see tears starting to appear in her eyes, and she pushes them down and goes, "We can have that conversation later. When you're free, come find me. I'll be in whatever the cheap part of town is."
Faris also has, like, visible tears forming in her eyes. Makeup starting to run a little bit.
Yeah.
She looks back to the entranceway to the party, and then back to Ro and Naima. I mean, I guess I could disappear for a little while.
You can use my plant house to stay or go talk or something if you need someplace quiet.
At this point, Lena appears.
I think Lena like rips around the corner. She's like, "Ferris Munir, I know you don't want to be at this party, but I swear to God, if you're trying to get out of..." Oh.
Faris is crying.
Okay. This is...
Naima takes this opportunity to just very deftly just turn in place and start walking away at a pace.
1 second, Lena. Naima, please.
She keeps walking.
Do you need to go?
I mean, that's my sister. She just showed up here.
Okay.
And I think she hates me, so...
Do you want to go... Like, I can cover for you? If you need to go get her? What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't want her staying in some shitty tavern.
In her defense, she seems used to it.
How far away is she?
Nearby, but on the edge of it. You know, game mechanics wise.
I'm just gonna like look at Ferris Pig. It's okay, and I'm gonna like run towards Naima, who's walking away, and try to like get in front of her, because like I'm quick.
As you run towards her, there is this moment where she very deftly draws the sword, turns around, and holds it against your chest. Very practiced, very out of nowhere. You see, you see tears just openly running down her face, and she says, "Leave me alone."
Listen, okay, I don't know what's going on, but for Ferris's sake, and she's gonna reach into her pockets, because obviously her dress also has pockets, and just pull out her money bag and just hold it out to her. It's like, just stay somewhere safe.
She smirks slightly, reaches into the purse and takes significantly more than she needs.
I don't care. It's just money.
Yeah. We don't even track it.
No. And Lena super doesn't care. It's like, just, I don't have any idea what's happening, but both of you are clearly worked up about this, and tonight is probably the worst night for this to be going on, but just stay long enough to talk to her and stay somewhere nice.
Am I getting married or something anywhere?
No, what?
She just turns and starts walking off. I'll stay safe, sis.
And I'll turn around and walk back to Rowan Ferris and kind of like stay up on like my tiptoes and just like do one of these like under Ferris's eyes to like fix the smudged makeup.
She kind of seems just despondent and distant, staring after Naima.
She'll be okay. If you want to go home, I can just tell Alika you got sick. But if we've got to go back, then we just got to fake it, okay?
I've gotten pretty good at that, and I can't abandon Alika and the rest of you to this. I don't know how I'm gonna... I just need a minute, okay?
Okay. And Lena's gonna be like, all right, let's go, Ro. And Lena's gonna just like grab Ferris's hand and just like give it a squeeze and wait for Ro to go back to the party.
Ro will give Ferris a quick hug if she lets them.
Yeah, she
Or-
does.
Get like a squeeze from Ro. And at first they feel like a little cold because they've been like getting progressively sadder just watching this scene happen. But once they're hugging you, you feel sort of this like warmth rush out from them.
Yeah,
And
Ferris
totter.
loosely hugs Ro back. You can feel her shaking a bit.
I have to imagine for Ferris, a hug from Ro at this juncture is a little mixed emotions-y.
Yep.
And we're going to give Ferris a few minutes to collect herself because it is time for break.
Already?
Whoa,
Look at that.
So fast. Holy shit.
But what happened to the code check queue?
Yeah, where did the doctor check
coming
his
back
calls?
from
break to?
Where's Brie Larson, the coat check girl?
Wait, it's Brie Larson?
Okay.
Brie Larson?
I didn't know it was Brie Larson.
That's Brie
Yes.
Larson.
Watch
Captain
Community.
Oh.
Marvel is the coat check girl.
Oh, well then maybe the
Iron
doctor
Wife.
will fall in love.
I watched that yesterday. How did I not catch that? I
An
wasn't
entire
even,
life.
I wasn't even like, oh, she looks so familiar. Good one, Sam. I'm very good at faces.
So
Anyway.
I would say I'm sorry for crashing the fancy party episode with drama, but I'm not.
Oh,
Don't
don't be.
Yo,
That was
do
delicious.
not be.
Oh, that was so good.
That was, oh,
Oh, my
Oh.
heart.
oh.
But I get an excuse to retweet Lena's fancy outfit,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
which I will do once
Hell yeah.
we go to break.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
So
Then let's do that. Let's go to break.
drama.
Come on back to Coat Check Escapades. Robert, play us out.
God. See you guys in about 10 minutes. And we are back. Hello, everyone.
Everything is
Hello.
fine.
All right, so now we have
everything's
an
good.
hour and a half of the doctor in the coat check line. Zeke does nothing this episode.
Wait, didn't you play that woman in that play that I saw? What is it called? Captain Marvelous?
I didn't say.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say
this.
any of that. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say any of that.
That is not canon.
Thank
No, you are stuck in the coat check line next to a very you know the level of dapper where it's almost like too much and it's like do you really like know how to interact with normal people? Like this guy has a cane and a top hat on.
Why would you put yourself in the line, Nat?
And he's holding a overcoat that is the exact same color as his normal coat. In fact, everything is just black and white, and then he's got a red tie on. And he's standing next to you in line, holding the coat over his arm. You can tell from the way he's dressed that he's from Neargath. He kind of looks at you.
Hello. How are you today?
Sorry, I just I dabble in medicine, and I was a little concerned looking at you. Feldenville.
Nice to meet you. And Dr. Falvindenor.
Are you from? You don't have the look of it.
You know of my family.
Oh, no, it's Denor. Is there a space there? I'm wondering if you're
Oh,
from Neargath.
that one. No. No. I mean, it's possible. But no. My family is from Soaring.
Yeah.
Not the
I've
same
been-
as the rest.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about a flying city is that everything is so worldly. You get all sorts.
That is very true. So, are you a doctor or just a medicine man?
More like a magical dabbler, to be honest.
Very interesting. Were you concerned because you saw something you knew, or just because I am pale?
Oh, no, I can see some telltale signs of what I'm guessing is a long-fought battle with your gasping shadow.
I am impressed. That is very correct.
We also were instructed to read up on these local heroes of Starfall Spire. So,
Yeah, I don't... Heroes is a bit of a blown out of proportion thing, but it's very nice to meet you.
I want to hear something funny.
Sure, I like comedy.
So all the names from Neargath have a duh between them when you say the full name. My surname is Vil, but I've been instructed not to include the middle part around here because people might get off-put by it.
That is... I mean, it's not so bad. So if you ever visit Sur, don't definitely not. Ever.
I mean, how much can be really left of that place after what you all did to it?
The place...
Note that they've been plastering Charmblade as the Butcher of Sewervane.
Yeah, that sense.
Yeah. And honestly, it was just if I have the right read on the whole situation, it was entirely necessary. But that doesn't mean they won't try to make you look bad. So many things in life are about perception. As he swings his cane,
Like the name Deville.
like the name Deville. Yes.
You know,
And then you get to the front of the coat check.
You caught me before I made my joke.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, I may have met, I would believe, probably your grandmother, Cruella Deville.
That doesn't
Robert!
sound like a local name, actually.
Oh, you know what? Actually, thinking about it, there was no space. It is probably different. Oh, yes, here, can you please put these away? Please be careful with the cloak. It is real raven feathers.
The person running the coat check just nods and puts it up on the rack like everyone else is. Well, Dr. Denor, it was nice meeting you. He puts his hand out.
Take his hand again. Mr. Bill, nice meeting you.
And then as he starts to turn to leave, he goes, like the character from that play. Cruella.
Yes.
You're very clever.
I'm sorry. It was a horrible.
Well, not so bad. Just requires insider knowledge. I think we call them in-jokes.
Yeah, well, told you. I love comedy.
Be careful out there.
You as well.
He turns and just uses his little cane and walks away.
Odd. All right. Where are my friends?
Who is this guy? What is he
We
doing?
don't have any anymore. They all left.
So, Vic, you kind of notice as you're mingling that the guards, the Neargath contingent brought, they are in these stylized teal blue outfits, and they have this nice crescent bladed polearm that has a matching ribbon on it, and they just kind of eyeing you more than other people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there, like, because I'm alone now because the doctor had to go and
Yeah.
deliver his coat, so it's just terrible. Yeah, so
we're
I guess I'll
alone
just
now.
find that quite odd and approach someone that seems like genuinely just receptive to new conversation and to meeting new people. Because I mean, I've learned how to spot those people from a mile away. Someone that has a loose tongue.
Sure. Well, in your experience, a lot of the in a casual setting like this, as the night goes on, a lot of times the people who are like assigned to like security works tend to get a little bit more relaxed, a little bit loose, and like not all of them are like eyeing you like you might murder them. One of them has this very beautiful dyed teal blue hair to match the armor. And she's quite pale, and she looks approachable.
I'll just take take just 2 drinks, one for myself, and just approach that person and go, "Oh, whew, I wasn't made for this. This is quite tiresome. Oh, I guess it's not easy for you as well. You're on duty, right?" Can I just gesture with the drink, unless...
She kind of does a little survey. I could, and she like leans the polearm against a building and takes the drink. And she kind of stands with it like behind an arm, so like a very casual look wouldn't catch it. What did you bring her?
The thing that would be most close to champagne that would be available.
It can just be champagne.
Sure. From the Champagne region of Neergath, sure, because the locals need to have their drinks as well.
I mean, like, Neergath does have a French influence on its style.
There you go!
Look at that. Look at that.
It all falls together. I'm sure it's not the best you've had, but, I mean, on short notice, it was what we could muster.
To be honest, the finer qualities just usually aren't worth the price. Still gets you
That's
just
what
drunk,
I
doesn't
always say. Absolutely. And you know what? I guess it's just marketing strategies. They're all the same, made the same way. Anyway. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Nice.
Stephanie. With an N?
Stephanie. Oh, sorry. It's been too much conversation already. My name's Zake.
Oh, we know. Trust me, everyone's been briefed on all of you.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah, it's gonna make
before
natural
anything-
conversation really awkward.
Yeah. Well, before you say anything about that, just let me assure you that half of what people say, it's probably a lie, so don't worry about it too much.
So you only killed 25 people? And she cracks a smile. Sorry, bad joke, bad taste.
No, yeah, bad taste, because that is absolutely true. The rest, the good things, well, half of them are lies. Look, it's fine. When you get a level of reputation above a certain level, you can't control what goes out and what people think of you, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, can you do me a favor?
If it's within
She
my
kinda
capabilities.
She does like the lean in nice and close to like point subtly. She points across the area to Alik and says, "You know what her name is? She looks familiar."
What? Who is Alika speaking to?
I think at this point, I think Alik is talking to Garrus.
Okay. Oh, well, that's the one of the current members of our city's council, Alika.
Oh, she's made good for herself.
Oh, do you know each other?
Oh, it's a. So you strike me as the type who can keep a secret.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, you know, plying me with drink. It's very good.
There's more.
Believe it or not, long ago, the two of us were serving in the Imperial military, and they both ran away from duty together to Neergath.
Both of you, really, together?
Yeah.
And can I ask, if it's not too much nosy, in what fashion did you run together? If you get what I'm asking.
Bloody and bleeding. After a vicious battle, we thought they wouldn't notice we weren't coming back.
Good.
She
Did
cracks
you
a little bit of a
decide-
smile like, She cracks up sound like, I know what you're asking, and she's evading it.
Oh, and I guess you have to have a very special bond then, like camaraderie, of course, if you decided to escape together. What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Things got complicated.
As they often do. I get it. Any hard feelings?
Not anymore. It's been long enough. But I guess you might understand a little more. So when things got complicated, what I mean is Valerith attacked Nirgath.
And let me guess, it was then that Alika came here to try and stop Valerith, yeah? Well, the current regime.
Captured.
Oof.
Kind of an abrupt end to a relationship, isn't it?
So let me ask you something real fast. Does she know you're here?
I don't think so. So the hair is kind of new to fit in with the delegation. I don't think she recognizes me. I'm probably not gonna bring it up.
How are you with alcohol, in general, when you get drunk?
Big fan.
Big fan. I don't like that answer. Let me just take this glass. You're on duty. Sorry. Very nice to meet you. But
whoa.
we might have a
Excuse me a
problem here.
second here. You need to explain this behavior. I just bared my soul to a stranger. What is that charming smile? You got to give me a little self-disclosure back.
Look, I didn't ask you. Well, no, that's a lie. I did ask you to talk to me, but now I regret it. You know that old saying that ignorance is bliss?
Yeah, we don't believe that in Nirgath.
Oh, well, you're gonna start believing it if I start running my mouth, I'll tell you. When...
Zeke. And she puts an arm around you all the way, because, she got some strong. We're gonna lean against this wall here. Kind of pulls you against the wall, and you're gonna explain your behavior right now, because you're making me really curious.
Okay.
Lena walks in.
I think at this point,
trouble.
Lena and Ferris are. No, Ferris got left on, but I think Lena has re-entered the party, and Ferris will be here soon.
Do I see this?
Oh yeah.
Some woman is
subtle.
handling yo man.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. I just need to know what's going on. I'll just grab a glass of champagne off of wherever the champagne is. And I'm just going to just like very calmly and nonchalantly, or as nonchalant as Lena does anything, just like walk up behind Zeke and be like, "Oh, making friends?
Oh my god." Hi. Nefany, Lena, this is Nefany. She works for the Nirgath Guards, and we were just chatting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love your
Super
hair.
casual. Oh, thanks. It's the dye's new. So he got really awkward here when the topic of Alika came up, and I need to know the tea there.
Is there
Lena?
It's like, Zeke?
Apparently, Nefany here and Alika know each other from the past. They know each other, Lena.
Oh. I mean, a lot of people know each other from
Lena,
the
they
past.
know
Zeke,
each other.
No, I'm saying a lot of people know each other. This isn't weird. Like,
It is, because, Nefany, please, if you don't mind, I don't want to speak for you. It is your personal story.
There's like there's like oh god, what do they call it? Like a boar spear, where there's like a stop partway up, so the spear won't slide farther than that, and she just like lightly bonks her head against the cross guard.
I apologize. Have they been acting this odd the whole time you've been talking to them?
Just got really weird when that topic came up. You know what? I'll just find out for myself. And she
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Grabs the spear and starts to walk towards Alika.
No, wait. We'll just wait.
And she stops and says, "All right, now that I know where the leverage is, you can tell me what's going on."
I mean,
At this
I don't
point,
understand.
I think Ferris walks back on.
I mean, I don't understand if it's a secret. I mean, if you were in the past, it's probably fine that Alika's dating someone else now.
Oh my, Lena, please. Well, sure. There you go.
I mean, I don't understand. Adults are allowed to like date people and then move on and then date other people. Like that's how things work.
Thank you.
But the reason.
Thank you.
Okay, sure.
But who
Let's
is
just
it?
say- No,
they're
no,
not
we're not
here.
gonna. Yeah.
Probably public record if she's a councilwoman. I can just go pick up a paper.
Zig just downs the champagne at this point. This is going well.
No, it's not. You just wait until you see what I just saw in the alley over there.
So,
Is it worse than this?
Ferris, you in the distance have come back on. So, would Ferris be going straight to Alika after that very emotional encounter with Naima?
I think she walks in, sort of takes a scope of the room, starts walking towards the table with all the champagne and wine on it, and then makes a very definite stop and like composes herself and then turns around and walks straight towards Alika.
And when you get to Alika, what do you do? She's currently talking to Garrus, but he's very flitty, so like he'll just like
yeah.
You can
She
brush
just
it
sort
off.
of, she doesn't want to interrupt anything they're saying, but she is still feeling quite emotionally fragile, so she just kind of sidles up beside her and like slips her hand into hers.
All right, so who's that?
Well, at least it's not my fault now, so sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Solari tattoo, sun. Oh, it's Ferris Moonir, Vanguard of the City.
Yeah, you weren't kidding when you say you were informed.
Yeah.
Did you like study before the party? Like I know everyone who's here because I had to invite everybody, but
Oh yeah. Apparently they're nerds.
The security detail and the emissaries were all given dossiers on the council and the little heroes of the Starfall Spire and some other important members of the city.
ooh,
They
what
have-
do you know about me? I was like, Lena just gets like, what do you know about me? What was in my file?
Well,
What are people saying?
Not file,
Wait,
dossier. Please. Lena.
Zeke, this is
they're the
important.
same thing. They're the same thing.
Zeke is fancy.
All right.
I'm not.
She kind of leans in. Yes. Well, you are very capable. You're the only member of the heroes that doesn't engage in magic. Although there's been some assertions that you might be a witch. I don't think that's correct.
People in surveying don't know what they're talking about, but sorry.
You have a secret gun and blade in your mechanical arm, so that's a security threat.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
and make this one's like going a low, but some theories that you used to be a vagabond in the Empire, known as the Magpie.
Vagabond.
That
You don't need to confirm or deny. It's fine.
that's just a comic book character. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if it was me. But
Wait, are those stories real though? I thought they were just made up
Yeah, they're
for
just
the comics,
co-
no?
I don't know.
Apparently. Who knows?
Just looking at both of you like, do I buy this?
Yeah.
You should, because I'm very convincing.
I'm even more convinced.
And yeah, Zake's better.
It's like, can you even imagine this person that built a dossier just read the comic and decided to, you know what would be really cool?
It's like two truths and a lie. It's like, here's your dossier, but one thing is false.
Yeah. I mean, Honestly, the thing that makes me not believe it is because that Blue Jay character is just too lame to be real.
That's actually
Like-
very accurate. Yeah.
What? Why spend your time writing stories about somebody if they're incredibly unimpressive? But
Yeah. Can you imagine?
But we have a lot
if-
of those comics lying around because one of our flatmates is very into them. So. And you're muted.
Nat, please, you're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. That's like, well, it has been surprisingly down to earth meeting you two.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment.
As I told you, whatever people tell you often isn't quite accurate. There's normal folk.
About that. So I'm on duty right now, so I can't just like do a treason. But we should meet afterwards. There's something important, and I feel like you two would listen.
And I'll just like look at Zeke to like gauge their response. Because Lena's like, hell yeah, let's do some light treason. But let's just.
And then she like cracks this smile and laughs a little bit, like just to give it plausible deniability that it was a joke.
But yeah, Lena will look to Zeke, be like, what do you think?
And Zig just like quickly shoots a glance at Lena and go, sure, yeah, we should definitely meet later, the three of us. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Just when I mean the party will go for a little while longer still,
Yeah.
but
Whenever you're off duty, you can show you around.
Are you on duty the whole party, or is this like a meet up afterwards thing when I can change into some comfortable shoes?
The latter, unfortunately. And at that point, Mordecai is kind of walking by and just like whistles, and she's like, and he just says, "You're on duty, Nephany. Act like it." And she back straight, grabs the polearm.
Oh.
Puts
I'm
the
just gonna
drink
shout back.
down.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that was entirely my fault. I will shout after Mordecai.
He wheels around, says, "Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, I mean we.
Come here.
Oh fuck.
Come here."
I will go over. Now I'm.
He goes stand next to you and kind of gets just slightly too close for comfort.
I will cover your face.
Yeah. And points over at Nephany and says, "See this? These are royal guards of Neargrath. They're supposed to be highly trained and disciplined to be unflappable in the face of distraction. You might be a very good distraction, but that is no excuse for her slacking in her duties. So please, don't try to excuse that kind of behavior."
My mistake.
Seeing this man just getting uncomfortably close to Lena, Zeke will just listen to this and swoop in and say, well, clearly, you haven't met a distraction like us. If you don't mind. And just stretches his hand. Zeke Sarkar, pleasure to meet you. Mordecai, I assume?
He eyes you like you're a dead fish.
Hey, that's my husband.
Declaim.
Dead
And he grabs your hand, just like with just a little bit of open disdain, just a little bit, a treat of open disdain.
I am very looking forward to mend the relationship between our two nations.
He kind of does the thing where like he pulls you in a little bit, pulls the hand down to lean in and whisper in your ear.
He does a Trump? No!
Yeah. Oh no! Oops! And he goes, "I'm trying to mend a year. I'm trying to mend a wound 9 years in the side of my nation, and people like you are not the ones that are going to fix it, Butcher." He just says, for Zeke to hear. And then he leans back and puts a little bit of a smile on his face and finishes shaking the hand. And let's go.
Zeke lets go and just says, well, I hope you succeed in your mission, including or excluding me. Anyway, pleasure to meet you.
Enjoy the party.
It's nice to meet you, Miss Elliot.
Oh god, he knows me. And just nod.
They all know all of you.
I don't like that.
Really?
I don't want to be perceived.
Yeah, Zeke will just steer away Lena from Nephany because this is too obvious at the moment. So we'll return later.
Nephany is doing her best job to, act unflappable.
Fair enough.
Ro, after you get back to the party, Everett bounds up.
Sorry, my internet was just being spotty. Everett came up to me. Is that what happened?
Yeah, Everett bounds up and goes, "Where'd you go?"
Oh, apparently Ferris's sister is in the city and wasn't happy to see Ferris.
Ferris has a sister? And she doesn't feel like the luckiest person in the world?
I don't know. Things seemed intense. People packs are complicated.
Yeah. Family isn't great. But, this family's pretty great. I mean, even Uncle Zake, he's cool sometimes.
I mean, I like them all too. Is it just like a thing where everybody's first pack is terrible?
He kind of does a survey of the floor and looks at the doctor. It's like, looks at Lena, shrugs, looks at Zake. Well, he knows Roderick, and he's not great. Looks at Ferris, and then he kind of looks at himself in Ro. We should ask Lena sometime. See if it's like a all-inclusive context. I learned that word from that fancy guy over there. Context.
Oh, everybody's really
His
fancy.
His last name is Devil.
Oh, neat. Was he nice? I haven't gotten to meet any of the people from this other place. I forgot what it was called already.
He was fine, but he was when I said his name was Devil, he taught me that it wasn't the right context. I asked what that meant, and then he explained it.
Oh, well, that was nice. Sometimes adults are just mean when you ask things.
Yeah. Well,
What
you think I can show one of them my gun?
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. Lena seems to think it's supposed to be super secret. She said it was only for emergencies. So maybe if there's an emergency.
And then she locked it in a room, but she thinks that those locks can still keep me out. I put it back every so often to make sure she sees it.
She doesn't like it when people go in her room. You shouldn't do that, Everett.
Then Zake goes in there all the time.
Yeah, but I think they share their room now.
Exactly. So we're a family now, basically. So anything
That's
Zake can do, I
true.
get to do too.
I mean, my old den was only just one big room anyway, so I don't really know. But I feel like if people locked a thing, it means they don't want people going in. And Lena really doesn't like it when I play with her toys.
But to be fair, Lena's toys are kind of dangerous.
Yeah. Her eyes light up. But they're pretty neat. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this big fancy party. Everybody's talking to people, and I think they're doing important stuff. and I kind of want to eat some of that tasty-looking cake, but Lena said not to get my dress dirty.
What do you think you can eat it with while keeping your dress clean? Isn't you're fine.
Mean, I don't know if I can. I can try, but you'll be really mad if I mess it up.
There's only one way to find out if you can do it.
That is true. I wonder if we got any donuts. I know that we figured out all the food and stuff, but nobody ever mentioned donuts. Rose starting to head towards food.
Yeah. As you're heading towards food, you hear another noise that gives you pause, Ro.
Pause.
It's just one of those nights. But you hear a wolf howl in the distance. And it's not just like a wolf howl. It's a familiar wolf howl.
Is it tiny?
This is the, like, pack assemble wolf howl.
Oh.
You haven't heard in a long time.
Like from my back? Is it big?
It sounds like big, but maybe he's a little older now.
It's been a little while. I think Rose sort of mid-trek towards like a food table or whatever and just stops, and very like a wolf, their head like pops up and like sort of does that tilt while they're listening. And it's like the party is like gone for a moment. They're trying to sort of mentally clock how far it is. Do they hear any responses?
Here's some responses, but not a ton. And it sounds like it's coming from off city.
Off city.
The layer is lower than normal tonight.
Oh, I just remembered Ro can steer the city.
Yep. I will say that as we established, Ro moving the city not in Crown Tower requires 2 AP.
Okay. Is there an outlook at all in the venue that we're in where Ro can sort of look off city? You know, I don't really know how high the opera house is.
You're pretty central to the city. Like you'd need to like climb Crown Tower to get a good view.
Okay.
It is nearby, but it's a whole tower.
Yeah. Are there any like balconies or open windows?
Yeah. I mean, like you could Assassin's Creed your way through the city streets up to the roofs.
It's not even that, but you know, Ro has heard the howl, so they need to reply. So even though this is a very fancy party, Ro has like cocked their head and then they just book it towards whatever open window or door they can find and like thrust their head out.
You are actually already outside.
Oh, well then, excellent. So where they are standing then, they just sort of look around, like listen and let the howl sort of go for a moment, and will throw their head back to join in a response, which probably everybody in the party can hear, because this is a full-throated, like Ro will change their vocal cords to become wolf-like, so it's a legit wolf howl just in the middle of this party.
Yeah, the quartet kind of pauses, and then the trombone player slide a few times, and then kind of like matches the note, just like as a goof to like bring the energy back, and people laugh, and then the band picks back up where they stopped.
Ro stops howling and then just turns to look at Everett and is like, "Cake needs to wait! I need to find my other pack. But first I need to go tell this pack. Yeah, I don't know, I think something might be wrong. Yeah." And Ro's just gonna like book it to try to start finding the others.
Oh, yeah. And Everett will like be chasing after Ro. Everett's fast. I'm not sure he's fast as Ro is.
Ro's trying to figure out how to run in a poofy dress too, so they've sort of got it pulled up very unladylike, and their like skinny teen legs are just going. Yeah.
So Everett kind of does manage to trundle to keep up, and goes, I don't know how well do the howls communicate? Can you like ask if you can meet later?
No, that's not really how it works. Usually we do it so we can help find each other and stuff. But I haven't heard it since I left the forest, so I'm surprised I can hear it now, but it sounds really far away, and I hope everything is okay.
Okay. So I think at this point, after Ro has howled in the open space, everyone has clocked that something is happening with Ro.
Yep. Gonna move to the howlery direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think
Lean
we're
in
all in
safe.
different
I think
Yeah.
directions.
Avengers
Just
can
con-
if you
We
want.
all congregate together.
It's like
Faris with like some mascara just staining her face still.
Oh my gosh.
Alika shows up too, and actually Garrus walks up as well.
yay.
You're not part of the crew.
Garrus. Nobody
He's
likes
just
you,
like flitting
Garrus.
by, waves his hand a little bit, and a little flutter of magic, and like Ferris's makeup just cleans itself up.
Oh,
Okay, well, we like you a little bit more,
I was like-
Garrus.
As I'll wave at him as
And then he just
Special
keeps, he just
liaison.
like keeps
Yeah.
moving and says, "You can take me later."
Faris just looks at him very confused and then looks kind of embarrassed.
No,
Probably
you're
didn't
fine,
realize
you're
it was
great.
there.
Ro,
Ro?
what was that?
Sorry, I think, so my forest pack, my wolf pack, I think they're kind of nearby-ish. I heard them calling, and they need everybody to be together, and I think maybe they need me. I'm
Your
sorry I had to answer. I
wolf?
know that was rude, probably.
It's fine. It's fine. Fuck it. Who cares?
They all, to be fair, they all know you're raised by wolves, so like,
It's fine.
shrug.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Did it sound like they were in trouble? Is that a thing you can tell? from
I
the
mean,
howls?
Yeah, kind of. We've got like different howls for different kinds of things, kind of. And this was like the everybody needs to come here right now howl. And Big
Mm.
doesn't usually do that unless it's like really important.
And is this something you think you need our help with, or should we stay? Because I've got an iffy feeling about what's going on here. And kind of just
Yeah.
side glances to Alika, like, yeah, you were right.
I mean, I don't want to take anybody away from this big party. I know it's really important. But if something's wrong with my pack, I need to go and check. I could probably just fly out and check or something. Or maybe I could bring Everett with me.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at her and be like, so I'm assuming that you have your gun.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or looks away.
Well, if
very
you don't have
obvious.
it, then you're not going.
Ugh.
Decisions.
I can go. I'll be safe. Don't worry.
Why will you be safe, Everett?
Okay.
Wait, are we seriously sending the two of them off alone?
Oh, no, I will go with you.
So we go on adventures alone all the time. They always go great. Remember we found the skin cloaks in the pizzeria? I wonder when that's gonna come back around.
I will go with them in case of two things. Maybe there's something wrong, an ill, one of the pack.
Okay.
And if it is something even greater, I can bring us all back here much quicker. So I'll go
Oh,
with-
that's. If you don't mind, Doctor, that's a really good
Yeah.
idea, and we
Yeah.
can stay here and
Yeah, Lena and I have an
this.
important date, apparently.
Yes. It's complicated.
Been schmoozing.
Uh,
Sure.
yeah.
Well,
So
And Alika kind of leans in, says, "You two," looking at Ro and Everett. "Be safe. Don't do anything that Lena would do."
Very good advice.
This mental mathing, like, wait.
yes, just think think before you act, think like twice. Like if you think you want to do something, stop, think, and then think about it again, and then do that thing. You need just be safe, be smart, listen to the doctor. And if
I'll
you
be
need
good.
us, if you need us, we'll figure it out. Let us know.
Okay.
We'll just know.
Just let me really quickly get my stuff. Just run.
No!
Luckily,
And
at
then-
this point,
and
the
then-
coat check is clear.
Oh, duh. I was gonna just push through people like, excuse me, Hero of Starfall Spire, I have important business.
Hero business.
You have a little badge, Hero of Starfall Spire. I need my coat.
And just get my stuff. Just
Alika is going to put a hand on Rochel's wrist. If things go really bad and you just to help, just turn the city just a little bit once.
Okay, I can remember that. Okay. Thank you.
okay.
Yeah, Lena's gonna
I'm
get
back.
over it one more time and just be like, make good choices.
Always do.
Don't disappoint me. Or them, but don't disappoint me. Because I've taught
Oh,
you.
one thing, and he says one thing, and he zooms off over to Hawkfrost, just kind of bumps into him, and says, "Oh, sorry," and then loops back around and comes back.
What'd you get?
I know what you're talking about.
You're not going to be able to keep
Did
doing
you-
that, you know. He's going to figure it out.
Like,
It's okay, he likes me.
All right, we
don't
do
think he likes
eventually need to
anyone.
have a talk about who we can and can't steal from. But that's not today.
Hey, you know, if we
Wait,
asked,
there are
he'd
people I
probably
can
just give
steal
us...
from?
Of course, there are people you can steal from.
Anyway, we're wasting time. We gotta go congregate with Rose Pack.
Yeah.
Go,
Right.
go, go.
Go.
All right.
Okay.
Bird mode, bird mode, bird mode.
Ro actually looks over to Ferris real quick and just goes, "Are you gonna be okay though? Cause I know you have your pack to work with."
I'm fine. Don't worry. You should go.
Okay, everybody, enjoy the party. And Rose gonna just caca to get us out right in the middle of the party.
Yep, this feels right.
Yep.
Hi ho, roll
The band
away.
doesn't stop, but this time the band doesn't stop, but the trombone player does mimic the caca with the bone.
Nice. Caca.
Perfect.
Guy is really good.
Yeah.
Seiko lean closer to Lena, just quickly say, how hard was it for you to say that? To think twice?
I think part of me died.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get there. Just like squeeze her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. It's important for them. They're too young. They can make mistakes in 6 to 7 years.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Well,
Right.
Alika says, I think I have greeted everyone I'm obligated to talk to.
Lucky you.
So I can probably finally just breathe.
Yeah, why don't you go dance?
Yeah.
Lena's just like, Ferris has been practicing.
I mean, yeah, I have.
Holds her hand out.
Faris kind of just like wipes her face a little bit and then gives herself a moment and then takes Alika's hand.
So,
She hasn't actually said anything to Alika yet, by the way. I don't think.
oh yeah, I figured that all just kind of wrapped together. But Alika has clocked something is up from what Rose said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she gives one more glance to Ro and the doctor and Everett. Just, Farwin, keep them safe. I know you will.
Of course.
Okay, shall we dance?
I'd love to.
She leads Alika to the dance floor.
Song is just changing, as is tradition. You get a full song. It's a nice, slow one. The musician on the piano sings. It's a classic. A little dream of me.
Good choice. Faris with a bit more confidence than last time, which she's having to kind of like dredge up at the moment. Oh, hello. Papa is awake. She has to kind of dredge it up at the moment, but it seems a bit rehearsed, but in a good way. Like she's really trying. Just like takes Alika and starts leading her in the dance without a word.
There you can see the face journey as she goes from surprise to please, and then it just melds into this just like a large grin of joy as the dance continues. And then as the song gets, because a lot of them they go up to start and they start to relax, particularly the nice slow romantic ones on the outro, and it goes to this just very quiet, romantic, simple embrace with just a little dancing mixed in still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Faris holds her close and just mutters, I know I was kind of a mess when you sprung this on me before, so I asked Lena to give me some lessons.
This more than makes up for that.
Good.
So I know something's up, but for just a moment, breathe, and just appreciate, just look at how beautiful this moment is.
Yeah, I'd like that.
She lays her head against your shoulder, just like last time.
Faris just, keeps gently guiding Alika around and kind of sort of crooks her head down so that she's like leaning her face against Alika's hair.
Yeah. As the song comes to an end, what do you do?
I think Faris is taking a look around to see who else is about.
You're asking what other people do to end the song on the ending?
Oh no, she just wants to see like who else is on the dance floor, and because she's also gotten weird vibes since she's been here, so she's just having a look around.
Dance floor is medium full. People seem to be having a good time despite the weird energy of the night. The music's good, and there's a lot of the people they brought with them are really good dancers.
I think this is a more slow song, right? Or is it more upbeat? Yeah, if it's a slow song, I think as it's ending, she just kind of like tilts Alika's head up and kisses her gently.
It's very cute.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so let's see. We have the Doctor, Everett, and Ro going off to their death. Zeke and Lena have a meeting later for treason. And Ferris and Alika had a happy
treason.
scene.
Yeah,
Light
treason.
Light
Please,
treason.
please,
It was-
You
no.
gotta
Light
make sure you
treason.
get it right.
Lena and Zeke make very good decisions. They wouldn't go in if it was
Yeah?
like full on treason.
I think the next song is one of those ones where just like they start playing it so fast that you're like, maybe we take this one off. Leave it to the people who really want to go.
Yeah, kind of startles them out of their little
Yeah.
moment, their quiet moment.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I only practice slow dancing. But if you want to dance to this,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't want to embarrass you among the formal guests.
thank you.
Come on, let's sit down. I think we have something to talk about.
Sure.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
It's just, here, out in public. But we can talk a bit. Are you having a good night, though?
Stressful night, although the last 4 minutes just made up for it. I have something I actually wanted to ask Zake and Lena if you'd like to keep the conversation light.
No, we should. Sorry. We should talk. Let's just go somewhere a bit quieter.
Sure. So the party is set up to include like some like two of the nearby estate houses. And there's also the garden, which has nice little like cool pool in it. That's pretty detached. So it depends on how away from everything else you want to be.
Oh, let's go in the nice little garden.
Yeah, it's one of those like crescent stone benches that looks really cute, but is definitely uncomfortable after about 6 minutes on it.
Yeah. So, I don't know how, but Naima made her way here. So Ro found her outside, I guess.
That's good, right?
Yes and no.
Guessing it didn't go well.
She was not happy to see me. I think she hates me, which is understandable. From her perspective, I can understand it, but I just need to talk to her and tell her what really happened. But she looked at me like she hated me.
She like just takes your hand for support. Goes, well, that's awful.
Yeah.
She agreed to talk later, at least.
Yeah, she said she'd stay in the city. She shouted it.
Well, then you have a chance to put it right.
Yeah, but it's me. I'm not going to, am I?
She looks at you. Ferris, you can do this. I know it's not the same thing, but you have saved this city at least twice. You need to stop doubting yourself.
That's different. I can hit people with a spear and cast magic. That's not the same.
And you also have this ineffable ability to tell the truth. It's not gonna be comfortable, but you can do it.
I really really hope I can, because if I can't, I don't think I'm ever going to forgive myself.
Bit of a pause. Yes. So she just showed up on the worst possible night, didn't she?
Yeah, funny that.
It's probably Arvis's fault.
Like, physically recoils at the sound of his name. Probably. I mean, I did send the letter a few months ago. Maybe it took her that long to get here. And of course, I look like a complete piece of shit turning her away. She thinks I abandoned them. I wouldn't do that to them.
I know. But her side of it cannot be easy or
No.
clear.
No, and I never wanted her to end up like me, and that's exactly what happened.
Hmm?
Never mind.
What did she end up like?
I mean, you gave me the intel on her. She's been, I guess, working as a mercenary. She has a sword. She looks like she's been roughing it, and
So she's strong and resilient and stubborn.
she shouldn't have to be that way that young.
No, but neither should you.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anyone looking out for me, and she did, and I failed her.
You did your best. And you... Look, I can't argue against you when you're just going to beat yourself up like this.
Sorry.
A teal-haired woman in a guard's uniform walks into the garden.
Sorry, we don't have to keep talking about this.
And the guard exclaims out, Alika, is that you? Been a while. And she calls back, Nephany? And she looks at you, mild panic, just mild panic, and looks back and goes, I like the hair, a little busy right now. We should... and Nephany just like strides up as that's happening and sits down right on the other side of her. Goes, how did you doing so well for yourself? How did you get here? I just got done for the night. I convinced one of the guards to take my shift or cover for me.
Alika, who's this?
Ferris, this is Nephany Air. Nephany, this is Ferris Munir, Vanguard of Valerith, and she like very clearly grabs your hand. And Nephany does the like, Sorry if I'm interrupting. And she like stands up again. Goes, you two are very cute together.
Thank you. What are you doing here? I mean, I assume you're a guard.
Yeah.
So
guarding Mordecai. I'm trying not to. Frankly, he's insufferable. I was hoping I'd be able to see the spear, but guess you have to look different for these kind of occasions.
Zeke and Lena just crash into the garden, just holding hands and giggling uncontrollably.
Yes, do it.
Faris looks so relieved.
Zeke just stops Lena and like, oh.
Didn't think
Sorry.
anybody would be over here.
Yeah.
So
No,
sorry.
it's okay. Come and join us. We were just meeting an old friend of Alika's.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure. Well, we have we
Yes,
actually met before.
We've met, yes.
Are you
A
off
little-
duty now?
I got one of the guards to cover for me, and she seems just like a little drunk. By a little drunk, I mean like she's good at hiding how drunk she is, and she's more drunk than she should be.
Like, oh, well, good for you getting out of eye line of that prick, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Piece of shit.
But yeah,
Sorry, don't repeat that.
no,
No.
of course not. Sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt. Just
Yeah.
That's
did you-
okay.
thought it would be empty over here.
Yeah.
Alika stands up and says, "Oh, Ferris, we had that paperwork we had to do tonight, right?" She cringes at herself.
Worst.
Yeah, and you also wanted me to introduce you to that other ambassador, so maybe we should go and do that first before the paperwork.
That's a much better order of things. She turns back. Nephany is lovely. We should catch up soon. Definitely. I'll have my people reach out to you. And she,
My people.
my people. She has people.
Have my
love it.
people call your people.
Yeah.
And she
Okay.
just like tears out of there and almost drags Ferris by the arm out.
This is like
Okay,
some
bye.
big whiplash for Faris, like big emotional whiplash going on in every
Yep.
direction right now.
Yep. Yep.
It's like, see you at home.
Just looks behind her to Zake and Lena and kind of gives them a questioning look, like, "Are you guys gonna be okay?"
We are literally always okay.
Always okay.
You're always okay.
Zeke will
Who are you
just walk
talking-
up
who are
and
you talking
sit
to?
next to Nephany at this point and gesture for Lena to do the same. Just stretch. Well,
So,
yeah. Beautiful moonlight, huh?
yeah.
So she kind of leans back, looks up at the moon. You swear for a moment, it almost looks like the moon, like shines a little brighter as she looks at it. She looks back down. So I've just made a colossal ass of myself, right?
I mean,
Could have been worse. Imagine if you hadn't been.
it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
I mean,
But-
last time
But yeah, kind of.
last time I see her, literally she's getting dragged away by the Baron's soldiers, and she's yelling that she'll find me after she gets out, and then this. Like, people move on.
Zeke will
I get it. It's just, and she's getting frustrated, and you can see the water in the pool starts to, a little pillar of it starts to rise up, and she breathes out, and it falls back down. It's just a little frustrating.
Yeah, it sounds like you need some water or something that's not alcohol.
Yes, and she like stumbles for her pole arm, and holds it out, and does a little and the water in the pool starts to and just kind of makes a little ball, like a bubble, and just floats over to her, and she just
Love it.
Magic.
As that's happening,
cups.
Zeke will just throw one of those side glances to Lena, which just means, "Told you it was complicated."
So I know that initially you had said that like we could talk after the party, but like if we're here and somebody's covering you and we're alone, we could talk now, or we...
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we're...
Am I sober enough for this treason? Probably.
I mean,
all right.
you might not know, but we're very discreet when we need to be.
I'm worried about me, not you. You seem like people who have it together.
It's like one of those, like, the laugh comes out before she realizes it. It's just like, yes, of course.
All right. So, I'm not really the Imperial Guard, not the Royal Guard type, in case you haven't noticed. Kind of worked a few channels to get this position because basically somebody up here needs to know how full of shit Mordecai is.
I'm gonna go with very.
It's not just like the general he's an ass to people, which is like, some people are pricks. Our little state got ravaged by Kolvarak 7 times. The 7 ravagings. It's all over the thing and stuff. You know who didn't get ravaged? All the rich fucks were rich enough to pay him off not to blow up their stuff. And I guess what? Once we start picking up the pieces, because, we're not getting attacked all the time, and who has the resources to make sure they're in charge of things?
Rich fucks.
Rich fucks, yeah. And I'm just, they're gonna try to get you to jump through a bunch of hoops and stuff, and like what, throw a party for a slay a dragon or something, I don't know. Stupid shit. What we really need is we need their heads rolling and fucking, like, clean water. That's what we need.
You are speaking my language.
Anyway, this is easily the most treasonous thing I've ever done. So please don't mention it to Mordecai, because he will have my head.
Don't mention what?
The treason.
What treason? Okay. Well, apart from that, well, do you know anything about Mordecai's intentions by coming here?
What's their intentions? Always rich fucks want to feel important, feel like they're better than higher up than other people, and get more money.
The worst.
The second one, I think he's going tonight. Where, oh, come on, put up a formal event just for me to make people dance, like puppets, not like on the dance floor. The dancing's pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm always down to make some rich people squirm.
Good. I got some friends I can put you in contact with, but for now, do you have a place I can crash? I'm supposed to work through the night to get covered, and I would really like to not do that.
Sure. I will hand her some money, and I'm gonna be like, there's an inn like 2 blocks that way.
Nefani and Naima are gonna be best friends.
Yeah.
I don't care where they go. There's a...
And that Ferris girl, she seems really chill. Can you tell her I'm sorry for
mess.
being an absolute freak?
Yeah.
Can do something like that.
Yeah. And if it makes you feel any better, she's kind of a mess. We love her, but
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that.
whatever you want. Go take a nap.
Yeah. All right.
Also, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but if it works better, you can just simply not go back. Try and help from here.
Oh, like ever.
Oh, that was my plan.
Okay.
Oh, good, good.
I mean, ignoring the fact that the entourage is staying in Valerith until we get back to Nirgath anyway. Save some travel fees.
Right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, just stay out of trouble. God, why am I
Really
saying
good at
that to
that.
so many people tonight?
I'm really good at that. When I'm a little more sober.
Yeah,
Speaking of which.
And if you do get into trouble, I assume your little dossier prepared you, and you can knock at our door. Yeah.
Starfall Spire, home for strays.
Wouldn't that be kind of awkward?
Yeah. That's why I
yeah.
said if you need help.
This is a last ditch effort
Get it.
type thing. Like, you know
Anyway.
where to find us if shit goes very sideways.
Got it. She stands up, breathes, takes the polearm, and starts to walk off, spinning it lightly. And as it does, you can see a ray of moonlight just illuminating down on her. She's having some fun with it.
Well,
I have the slight sense that this person is more dangerous than we gave her credit for.
I could take her.
Who couldn't you take?
I haven't met anybody yet.
Exactly.
But, Jesus, this is just got a lot messier.
Yeah. I don't know if we should do anything about it, Lena. We're just 5 people. We can't be changing the world everywhere we go. I mean, we have our own problems to deal with.
We did plenty of change when we were just 2 people.
How did that work out for us?
I mean, it was going really well up until, you know. But, I mean, you're right, but we can't just let these people get overrun by a bunch of rich assholes.
Wait, what's that? Is that a magpie speaking? Look, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. And as I said, and I intend to keep my promise, whatever you choose to do with your life, you'll have me by your side. So if that's what you want, I guess the magpie and Shrike are flying again.
It's bound to happen sooner or later.
Think you can
Oh God,
run.
are we going to have to tell Ro?
Oh. Only really if we have to. I don't know how that would change the dynamics between us, you see.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of forbidden them from coming in the room because the outfit is somewhere in one of the piles.
I figured.
So, we'll figure that out when they get back.
Well, maybe it's for the best. I mean, I've noticed that Ro's been a bit weird around me lately since, well, the incident. And I guess if they think that I'm, well, you know, fucking Blue Jay, maybe they're less put off by it.
That's a good point.
Well, decisions for another time, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Cut away. To our Ro Everett doctor, swooping through the full moon sky. It's not too far off city where you need to go. Everett is just having a grand old time in a tuxedo, riding on the back of a giant bird to go meet with some wolves. He's just having a good night. As he's going along, he kind of babbles to the doctor, but like, you know, if all the fancy parties are this good, I might need to go to more of these, and not just to pickpocket people.
You only pickpocketed one person, right?
Definitely.
Okay, that means it's more. I'm going to have to talk to Lena. But yes, I agree. If they're this fun, it should go more.
Yeah.
Just promise me you'll never pickpocket one of us.
I can think about that promise.
Okay, pickpocketing me might mean getting something that will literally kill you immediately, so at least don't pickpocket me.
Okay, won't do that again.
What did you do?
Oh, and at this point, Ro, you were swooping down to look. There's like a little clearing in the woods, and there's this pack of wolves. It's grown a little bit since you actually last saw them, but they've traveled very far from their normal grounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not near Grimrot, right? Like
No. And standing among them in the center, bear on hind legs, axe and shield, is our bear friend Lash.
Hey! Oh no, I'm gonna have to tell her I broke her first friend flute she gave me. Oh no. But I see them, and we'll sort of start heading down. I'll let the humans on my back know. Like, I see my pack! I see my wolf pack! And my friend Lash! Oh, Doctor, you get to meet my friend Lash!
I'm happy to meet all your friends.
She
She
helped
waves
teach
up
me
at
to
you.
count to 19. I caw at her.
Yeah. She waves, and as you come swooping down, that is actually... We're going to end the session for the night on Lash calling out, Ro, it is so good to see you again. Cut there.
That was literally a bird sound.
Caca!
Oh, you're so, I should have gone. You're so much bigger than last I saw you.
Also true.
I was gonna say, well, wait until I pop into human form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Ro's just a little bit of a Range Rover.
Oh, get out.
Just trying to make Megan turn her camera off again.
Yep, always.
Don't do it, Megan. Resist. Don't do it.
Listen, I'm getting dad years old. I have to make dad jokes.
Dad years old.
Look, when we have Soaring City Future and Everett and Ro are adults and everyone else is middle-aged or old or dead.
Oh, I need it. I need it.
Damn.
As if
Then
I
you
mean,
make-
jokes
Lena
on
and
you.
Faris
There's
will
no way
only
we. I was like, jokes on you. There's no way Lena's making it to middle age.
Faris would only be like 30
Lena dies in an accident.
or late 20s or
Look,
something.
dead was one of the options. I said that.
True.
Like I want Lena to live forever, but Lena acts like
But-
she's going to live
But
forever.
realistically.
I
that
had
was so
one
much
beat in the
fun.
party that I didn't hit that I really wanted to, but we'll see. Maybe I can pick it up another time.
Ooh.
We forgive you.
Thank you for giving
No, you
us
don't.
fancy party.
It would have been
man.
good.
Yes,
I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for
I-
giving us a
I
fancy
hope-
party.
There was enough peace involved for you to actually enjoy it, and not instead of me just throwing endless drama at you.
But the drama was so
I mean,
good.
you can have
No,
drama
Baroness and
and
Alika
peace.
got to dance, which
Yeah,
is
it was
all I
really
needed. in life.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
They were adorable. Faris practiced dancing so that she wouldn't disappoint Alika again.
No.
Aww.
You didn't disappoint her the first time, to be fair.
She feels like she did.
I know she does because Ferris has a problem.
Wonder where that could come from.
I don't know.
Weird. Funny how that works, right?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed a lot of the Zake Lena banter and shenanigans today.
Yeah,
that was very fun.
great.
It was
I adored
beautiful.
Lena and Zake just like tumbling into the garden by accident.
Whoops.
literally me saying, "What do we do?" And Megan just messaged me, stumbling to the garden like we're trying to be alone, and then I just ran with it immediately.
Amazing. It was great.
I loved
It felt
the,
like them.
I loved the will they won't they lead up with Lena and Zake, but getting to watch you two be like super cute in game as a couple is really adorable.
Yeah, love it.
Second best couple.
Fair, very fair.
Fair. Maybe best dressed
Third
though.
best.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, I
sure.
mean,
Please. Alrighty.
So, that has been episode 3. I'm sure we'll fight something next time, probably.
We fought stuff last time.
Sucks when you have to kill your
Yeah,
bear
you-
friend.
You say
Hey!
you not have to kill Lash.
No,
That's a verboten.
No.
absolutely fucking not. No way.
didn't describe all of the very fancy plot armor that Lash was wearing, but it's
Yes.
top notch.
Yes,
It was a
is.
plot shield.
The finest
All right.
plot armor.
I have been your guide. I am Nat. If you'd like to find me on the internet, you can tune in next week, same time, 6:30 Eastern Time on Chromatic Chimera for more Quest Soaring City. Or on Wednesdays, twitch.tv/Finn the Bin. Me and Izza and a friend named Finn play Pokemon together. And I finally remembered to put it in one of our where you can find me. You can also follow me on Twitter at Kramnat, KRAMNAT. That's me. I'm gonna say Nunu, go.
Sure. I've been Nuno, played Zake, was a super lovely session. You can find me online at jnunotex, wherever you find people online. As for projects I have running, I have this one on Mondays. You can find me here every Monday. And very recently, I started working with the folks at Multiverse, which is a platform where you can play games like your have this pixel cute art, maps and tokens and characters, and it's super fun. And it's still in the beginning, but it will be super exciting when it comes out. And you can also find me on their Twitch streams sometimes, but I'll announce it whenever that happens. So yeah, keep an eye out. Sam, go.
Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am the Samwise Game G here on Twitch. I am one of the admins here at the Chromatic Chimera, where I'm our accessibility director, and I'm a disability advocate. In addition to seeing me here on Mondays for Quest, you can see me here on Wednesdays with our 2 alternating games, Agora's Bells, our fantasy age game. We're heading into our 2-part or so series finale this Wednesday. It's the end of our 2-year campaign. It's gonna be wild, so come and check that out. It's like 2 episodes, finale, and then epilogue episode, and it's gonna be awesome. And then every other Wednesday, I am here again in Madame Curio's Bizarre Bazaar, which is our 13th age game. And I think that's all I have right now that I can really talk about, but I just recorded a thing that I forgot to ask if I could talk about it yet. But keep your eyes open. And I'm gonna say Izza.
God, I have to do things after the emotional turmoil of that episode. Oh God.
I believe in you.
Hey, I'm Izza. I played Faris, the emotional wreck of Valerith. And you can find me at Evil Clever Dog on Twitter and Instagram, and also on YouTube, where I make cosplay and crafting and design related videos. Please go check them out. I enjoy making them very much, and I think you would enjoy them too. You can also find me, as Nat said, on Wednesdays with our friend Finn, playing Pokemon Soul Silver. It's a very good time. Twitch.tv/Finn the Bin. I'm also part of the Asians Represent Critical Read Al-Qadim podcast, where we critically analyze and eviscerate the super racist AD&D book Al-Qadim. That stream is every 3rd Saturday of the month, and the next one will be February the 20th. That was on the Asians Represent Twitch channel, and then later uploaded on their YouTube as well, so you can catch up on there. And also, I'm going to be in a campaign, an Aegon campaign with Megan fairly soon. Don't know when yet, but it's going to happen. Very exciting.
So exciting.
So check out our respective Twitters for us talking about that when we have more information to share. Very exciting. Robert, you go.
Hi, I'm Robert. You can find me on internet at Voices of Robert. Pretty much everywhere. Still not Instagram. Tried to create an account. It was weird. I don't know what happened. Yeah, fucking things happen. Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm just that's it for me. So I'm gonna drop it on Megan and complete this M of of what we're doing.
Hello, I am Megan. You can find me most places you find people on the internet at Megan Lynn FTW. You can find me here, obviously, with these wonderful people on Mondays. You can also find me the last Tuesday of the month here on my show Unprepared, where I facilitate GMless and Prepless games for my wonderful friends. This month we are playing Anyone Can Wear the Mask, which is a amazing GMless superhero game, and Izzo will be playing. Very exciting. And like Izzo said, we will also be in an Aegon podcast coming to an internet near you sometime. And I'm very excited about it because Aegon is an absolutely amazing game. I am also an indie game designer, and you can find any of my games at meganlynnftw.itch.io. So you can check them out there. And Nat popped our channel sponsors over in the chat, so you can check them out there. Also, we here at No Initiative are very, very happy to be Quest affiliates. So if you head over to their store and use code No Initiative, no space, you can get 10% off of your purchase and also help support us a little bit. And also, they just had a Kickstarter that launched today that is very, very exciting. They have a character catalog and a treasure catalog. So it's got 100 new characters. It's got 200 treasures. They all look amazing. There's a beautiful limited edition quest book that has the Invoker art on it. That's really, really pretty. And a certain spy might be in one of the books.
Everett?
Yes, Everett is in the book.
Yeah,
And maybe even on one of the on the cover of one of
maybe
the books.
maybe even on the back cover of one of the books.
Lena's on the back cover. Buy the book. She's great.
Lena is on the back cover of the character catalog and will be featured in it as a legendary spy. So that's super cool and absolutely surreal. So check out their Kickstarter. It just started today. And it'll be fulfilling in July, which is super soon. So I'm like very, very excited. So check that out and check out Quest. And yeah, that's us. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. This has been wonderful. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
We love you.
See you next
Tuesday.
week.
Love you guys.
Ooh.